Adrian Martinez is saying that he's at 100%. I don't know what that can be this time of year. It's probably not really 100%, but as good as he can expect to be at this point, physically feeling good, ready to get back at it.
Yeah, that was something we found out later. After the last game, he was battling an ankle injury. So, that bye week came at a good time for Adrian. He's ready to go. But yeah, he was limited against Minnesota, and couldn't do a lot of the things in the run game that he liked to do. So yeah, we didn't know that during the game, but he seems to be back to 100%, and he says he's ready to go. So I think that bodes well for Nebraska, that they can use the whole playbook again.
Moonbot, always in here. And of course, he always has to drop a line about the ante and what he's going to get done this week. All right.
And I think, Ryan Held was talking about Jaquez today, and, saying that, he's ready to, he had a mistake in the last game, and, he's ready to redeem himself. And I know Coach Held is confident in him, and I think you'll see Jaquez get a lot more of the share of the carries again this week against Purdue.
Boy, Moonbot's coming up on a big celebration here in a couple of weeks. 40. All right.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Then we also have Purdue's apparently banged up a little bit. And then we got the walk-on, Ian Borkacher. He's moved into the backup spot at right tackle, I see. Some more shuffling along the offensive front.
Yeah, it's a walk-on that has been getting a lot of praise and has been playing well, and earned a shot here. So it always helps to have some of that depth there from some guys that you don't expect to get it from at this point of the season. So it's a work in progress. When their guys are going down, it's next man up, and he's earned his shot. So it's good to see.
Greg, if you looked at this roster, what would be your guess on how many of these guys you watched in high school and scouted?
What was that? I'm sorry.
If you looked at the roster, the current roster, how many of these guys do you think you got a chance to see in high school?
Oh, I would say, just off the top of my head, probably about 40%, I would say.
Pretty good.
Yeah. Could be more. COVID cost us a little bit, last year about getting out and seeing guys. But, for the most part, if you look up and down their roster, I've probably seen at least 40% of them play when they're in high school. Maybe more. You never know.
You have any recruiting trips coming up?
No, I'm pretty much done. Nebraska's, just kind of sitting there. And the last commit they got was actually from a local kid here, Gage Stanger, from Millard South High School, and he was committed to Kansas State. And Nebraska rolled in with an offer, and he called up Kansas State and gave them the bad news, and committed to Nebraska. And he's an athlete. He plays quarterback, and he plays safety / linebacker at Millard South, and has really been the heart and soul of their team the last couple of years. And Nebraska, they're leaving it open. They even left quarterback on the table for him at Nebraska. So a good pickup. Another one of those athletes that you don't want to get let get away. And like I said, he was already committed to Kansas State, and which happens a lot of times. That most of these kids that grow up here, they dream to play for Nebraska, and if that offer comes down the pipe, it's pretty hard to turn down. So, so my point is that Nebraska right now in their recruiting cycle, they last week during the bye week was the first time that they had been out on the road in I think 500 some days. So it's COVID's kind of put the crimp on recruiting, and they've been out and seen a lot of the 2023 2024 prospects is what they're more concentrating on. And a big topic of discussion is that look for Nebraska to hit the transfer portal hard here, and the JUCO ranks as well. So that's where you're looking at pretty much to fill out this class for the most part. And obviously the transfer portal is full of guys, but it's got to be a guy. It's got to be a right fit type of a guy that fits the culture here, and so forth and so on. So, that's a difficult process to weed through, but Nebraska's definitely going to take that alley here to finish out this class. And you saw them. They made an offer to a JUCO player last week as well. So expect maybe to see one or two JUCO guys join the ranks as well.
Do you know much about him?
I really don't. I just kind of looked at his name and where he was playing at and stuff. So I'll dive into that a little bit later.